English is a global language and a crazy language too. For there is no egg in eggplant, nor ham in hamburger, neither apple nor pine in pineapple. Quicksand can work slowly. Guinea pig is neither from Guinea, nor is it a pig. Yet, the richness and the beauty of English language makes it unparalleled to any other. Welcome to all my dear friends and viewers. Friends, all the world is a stage and all the men and women are merely players, said Shakespeare in his play As You Like It. From this quote, I deduce that all the classroom is a stage and all the teachers and students are merely players. Wondering why I made this inference? Yes, friends, today my topic is about classroom theatre and how it is effective in presenting various contexts or situations in the language class to enhance learning. Friends, by the end of this presentation, I expect to achieve the following objectives. They are to develop awareness about various contexts or situations in the language class to enhance learning, and to enlighten the students about increasing the participation in the class using classroom theatre, and to enlighten on innovative teaching methods for optimum learning in the class. Friends, there are some key terms like classroom theatre, classroom, language learning and contextual learning. These words made our objectives very hard. Let us know about them. So, first let's start with classroom theatre. What is classroom theatre? Yes, friends, if a classroom is perceived as a theatre and teaching and learning as a performance, then we have what is called classroom theatre. As simple as that. But friends, now the big question is how and what are the activities that are played or performed on the stage, which is our classroom theatre. Let me explain. Friends, we can reconstruct our classroom space by performing a number of activities using a variety of instructional resources to enhance learning. Secondly, contextual learning. Have you heard the word contextual learning? Let me explain about it. Learning occurs only when students process new information or knowledge in such a way that it makes sense to them in their own frames of reference, in other words, experience and memory. Friends, thirdly, language learning. What is language learning? What are the processes involved in language learning? Yes, friends, language development occurs in sequence of 4 stages, and they are listening, speaking, reading and writing. The first is listening. The single most important key to success is to be a good listener. It involves hearing and recognition of sounds, and it is useful for pronunciation, punctuation and comprehension. And the second is speaking. The art of speaking involves to speak with right fluency and accuracy. And the third is reading. Friends, reading is to mind what exercise is to our body. It involves the ability to express our ideas in sequence. Reading is useful for pronunciation, punctuation, comprehension. And the fourth is writing. Friends, do you know? Good writers are good listeners and good speakers. It involves ability to express our ideas and sequence to make use of persuasive language. Diction, grammar and punctuation are utmost importance when it comes to writing. Friends, I think so we have cleared about language skills. And the next one is let us learn the context which occurs in our learning. We may come across many contexts in our daily life like home, school, village, market, shopping, festivals and celebration, places of travel, places of worship and fields. And friends, now it is important to know what are the academic standards that a student of English should be attained as per SERT norms. And they are: first is listening and speaking. It involves pronunciation, punctuation, and comprehension. And the second is reading comprehension. It involves comprehension, punctuation, and pronunciation. And third is vocabulary. It involves spellings and also meanings. And the fourth is grammar. It involves rules for accuracy in writing and also speaking. And the fifth is conventions of writing. It involves organizations of ideas, using of cohesive devices, and maintaining coherence. And the next is creative expression. It involves organization of ideas to present our ideas and thoughts in our own way. And friends, and our next thing is context in the classroom. We may perform many contexts in the classroom. So friends, let me take a proverb. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn, said Benjamin Franklin. Now it's time to get involved in fun-filled classroom activities for a joyful learning. Let's first start with drama. Here, students will be able to know to make meaningful conversations based on relevant context. And students will be able to make meaningful communications that are presented before. And friends, numerous studies indicate that using drama in a class as a means of teaching helps the students to learn socially, academically, and developmentally. And drama is also an invaluable tool for educators. Drama has also been recognized as a powerful learning medium because it creates a context for children to relate the lived experience. And friends, drama begins with the concept of meaningful communication and provides multiple opportunities for social interaction and feedback. Research have also discovered that mental requirements to understand drama are those similar to reading. And drama is also known as invaluable tool. And friends, the children who experience drama are more capable for making good choices and linguistic opinions, and exchanging the opinions and suggesting solutions frequently. Speaking skills and listening skills are enhanced through drama strategies. Role play, improvisation, exchanging of opinions, and negotiation naturally occur in group activities. And drama provides a context which improves the writing skills, and it also develops the realistic dialogue to extend vocabulary. And friends, the skills that are acquired through drama are listening and speaking skills. And our next activity is role play. Here too, students get to learn to make meaningful conversation consistent according to their role expectations. The skills that are acquired through role play are listening and speaking. And our next activity is interview. It involves interaction between an interviewer and interviewee to gather autobiographical information, personal achievements, personal experience. The skills that are acquired through interview are writing and speaking skills. And our next activity is choreography. It involves presentation of song or poem with sequence of rhythm and with a sequence of actions. The skills that are acquired through choreography are performing and comprehension. And our next activity is poem recitation. Reading aloud the poem with right expression, correct pronunciation, vocabulary, rhythm, stress and intonation. The skills that are acquired through this are reading comprehension, and we can also modify a sweet voice. And our next activity is playing language games. Friends, spice up the classroom with language games and see what amazing difference it makes in learning. You can play the games like dumb charades, letter scramble, word bingo, matching pace, and many more. The skills that are acquired through this are vocabulary and grammar. And friends, our next activity is debate and discussion. It involves an argument, either in agreement or disagreement with logical thinking and emotional appeals. The skills that are acquired through this are speaking and creative expression with logical reasoning and divergent thinking. And friends, our next activity is songs. Reading and learning through songs is a great opportunity to showcase the knowledge and show interest on our learning. And audios to learn pronunciation, vocabulary and grammar requires listening and comprehension. The skills that are acquired through songs are comprehension and listening. Friends, and our ninth activity is elocution, presenting the ideas in sequence with logical reasoning. The skill that is acquired through this is speaking. And friends, our 10th picture is project work. Creative thinking can be developed by giving opportunity for research-based learning. Project works experience a learning knowledge to provide and which aims to provide opportunity to synthesize knowledge from various areas of learning. The skills that are acquired through project work is collaboration, knowledge application, and independent thinking. Friends, I think so you have learned about many contexts in the classroom and the activities which we perform in the classroom. And now I want to say you that learning occurs in multiple contexts and we can learn and teach in unique ways and different ways. Let me take a thing, and that is instructional resources and teaching aids. Teaching aids are useful in designing myriad contexts important for learning, setting a stage for classroom theatre to enrich the classroom activities for effective language learning. Friends, let us know about some instructional resources. And the first is pictures. A good picture is worth more than 1,000 words. Pictures are useful to learn teaching words, tenses, and structures. Pictures of people, places, and situations are used to warm up the classroom and generate the right atmosphere for learning. Example like style sheets and face sheets. And our next teaching instructional resource is timeline. Timeline is used to learn the autobiographies of great personalities. And the third is charts and graphs. These are used to learn grammar, vocabulary, new word and sentence formation. And our next teaching aid is instructional resources like audio-visual aids. Audio-visual aids are meant like we can develop the art of speaking with right fluency and accuracy. TV and OHP comes under this category. And our next one is flashcards. These are meant for just flashing in the front of students for quick word recognition and to increase the speed of reading. Flashcard with words helps the students to learn vocabulary, grammar and also spellings. And our next teaching aid is Realia. Real life authentic materials can also be used to enliven the classroom atmosphere. Example like invitation cards, posters autobiographies of great personalities, and newspaper reports, letters, email, and mobile SMS, and many more. And our next one is radio, listening to learning from lectures and great personalities and insightful talks. And next one is working models. Modeling, which involves handling, are useful to learn the vocabulary, structures, and tenses quite easily. And our next teaching aid is gap fill exercises. And these are meant to learn the vocabulary and grammar. Friends, let me say another teaching resource, and that is lecturing. Explanation using mere words can create a context important for learning. And it requires the skill of narration to articulate the meaning effectively. Are you wondering how it's possible? Let me explain. Friends, words create mental pictures through imagination. And the context can also be created in the mind with the art of narration. And friends, now I have a story to word creates context. Before going to know about the story, let me say about storytelling. Storytelling is a unique way for children to learn and to develop the understanding, respect, and appreciation for other cultures, to promote a positive attitudes toward people from different races, villages, different lands, and different cultures. Friends, once upon a time, there was a beautiful rose who was proud of her beautiful looks. Her only disappointment was she grew to an ugly cactus. Every day, the rose would insult the cactus, but the cactus stayed quiet. One summer, a well garden dried up and there was no water for all the plants. The rose slowly began to wilt because it was in the need of water. It went and asked the cactus for some water. The kind cactus agreed to give water to the rose plant. But lastly, the rose learnt a lesson to not judge anyone by their looks. Friends, as I was narrating the story, I am sure you could imagine the rose and the cactus in your mind, although they were not present before you. Articulating with appropriate words and right expression empowers the speaker's context mentally with the same effect as language learning. And friends, our textbook lessons are also organized under stories, essays, interviews, poems, biographies, and many more. Thus, the teachers can plan intelligently, and also they can make the context and design context with appropriate for each lesson. Friends, let me take an example from 9th class English textbook homework. The text of the lesson homework is in the form of essay. The structure of the lesson will help the students to develop how an essay should be organized and presented. And drama can also be played to know the advantages and disadvantages of homework. And also, the charts can also be displayed in the classroom to know the pros and cons of homework. Mind maps and flow charts can also be displayed in the class to know the benefits of homework. Friends, now I have explained you how a lesson will be organized from different contexts. Similarly, all the lessons in the textbook will be organized in many contexts. Friends, at lastly, I would like to conclude that in addition to all the techniques I have presented, there are some more promising ideas which makes a language learning very easy. And they are: record one's own conversation and check for any corrections. Surround yourself with English speaking people. Practice with English songs and English movies. Read aloud word for word transcripts, especially in documentary films and movies. And speak your thoughts. Use audio-visual aids to represent you can also use the flowcharts and mind maps. And lastly, feedback. Clear, explanatory and timely feedback is important for learning. Friends, at lastly, I believe that language learning can be made easy and joyful in the class by crafting personalized lessons from real life situations. Flavored and creative and the passion of enthusiastic teachers and curious learners. Happy teaching and happy learning. Friends, now let us recap what we have learned in our class. Yes, friends, today we have learned many things, right? We have learned about classroom theatre and how it is important in our classroom. And secondly, we have learned about contextual learning. And thirdly, we learned about the language skills which is more important to us. And nextly, we learned about the context which we occur in multiple learnings. And next, we learn academic standards. And next, we have learned about context in the classrooms like drama, role play, interview, choreography, poem recitation, playing language games, debate and discussion, songs, elocution, project work, and many more. And we also learn about the teaching aids and how it is useful in our class too. And we also learned about the teaching resources like pictures, timeline, charts and graphs, audiovisual aids, flashcards, invitation, poster, radio, working models, and graphical exercises. We have also taken an example for lecturing and storytelling. And friends, and I lastly thankful to all of you to listening my class patiently, and I also thankful to our principal Leelavati ma'am, and I am very thankful to Vijayashree ma'am for giving me this opportunity. Thank you and have a great day.